Okay, so on these ones, on this row, we're trying to find the direction of the North Pole. For the first two loops, the North Pole is either facing us or facing away from us. Okay, and so what we do here is we wrap our fingers the way the current goes, and our thumb is then the direction of the North Pole. So for this one, the North Pole is facing us. It's out of the page. Okay, that's the answer right there is a dot, right? For this next one, we wrap our fingers in the direction that the current goes, and the North Pole is into the page, or the South Pole is out of the page, right? But it's asking where the North Pole is, so therefore it's into the page, right? And then this is supposed to be a coil. I just didn't bother to show the wires, right? And so if we have a coil like that, to make a North Pole this way, the current has to be flowing this way. Okay, as seen from the left side, it would be anti-clockwise, right? And so therefore that's the North Pole on this side if it's going up the front. Oh, wait. Which way does the North Pole point? The current's flowing up. Okay, I got it. Okay. And then to make the North Pole on the bottom side, what we have to do is we have to make the current flow to the left on the front of the coil. Okay? It's flowing as seen from the top clockwise, right? And the North Pole is down. Okay. Let's do the next one. Okay. Okay, so again, this is another anti-clockwise loop. So the North Pole is out of the page. Here the North Pole is into the page. All right, so wrap your fingers in the direction that the current goes on the loop, and your thumb is the direction of the North Pole, right? And then for this guy, we're going to wrap our fingers around, right? Because the current is flowing. There we go. The current is flowing to the right on the coil, so therefore it must be going anti-clockwise as seen from above, right? And so therefore the North Pole is on the top. Okay, and then the last question is the reverse of that, right? If we want the South Pole there and the North Pole there, which way does the current go? Well, the current would go anti-clockwise as seen from the left side or the right side. Okay, it's going to flow down the front of the coil, up the back of the coil, but it asks for the front, so it's down. That's the answer. Let's do one more row here. All right. Which way does the North Pole point? Well, for these guys, it's either into or out of the page. Fingers in the direction of the current. Thumb is the direction of the North Pole, so this is into that page. This one's out of the page, right? That's not so hard. Okay, which way is the North Pole point? Well, if the current is flowing to the right on the front of the coil, let's see if I can stand on the other side here. If the current's flowing to the right, then it's going to, the North Pole will be the top side there. And then if we want the North Pole on the left side, South Pole on the right side, we would have to make the current flow up the front of this coil, down the back, up the front. As seen from the left side, it would be anti-clockwise, okay, to make the North Pole this side. Alrighty.